Hello? Hello? Hi. Hello, Sam. Thanks for joining. Hello, Gox, RDQP. Oh, Special mid-year exam. Nice. What year are you in? That's nice to hear too, Sam. I'm not actually studying lymphatics. Part of it is in what I'm revising, but I just needed to search up something med related. And lymphatics was the first thing that came to mind. Year 11. Oh, I remember year 11 special. It's pretty hard. I liked a lot of the stuff. I hope you did well. Congrats on getting it done. Hello, Ray. Good luck for your special sack tomorrow. Hopefully you're well prepared. You both have special sacks. That's what a coincidence. But I guess all the math sacks are picking up around now. Good luck for them. Hello, Emily. Yes, it has been a while. Um, I have a few videos lined up that I made before sort of this med exam period, and I'll post them soon. But I'm going to be making a lot more in the holidays, hopefully. Some more lifestyle things as well. I'll put some music on. Yeah, otherwise a bit dead. Oh, actually, I think it's fine. Feel free to ask me any questions as well, if you guys like. I'm not like... This isn't one of those like no talking things. So you have anything you want to ask, just shoot away. Domestic proto-oncogenes. Oncogenes. Oncogenes. What's the other one? Tumor suppressor and environmental. 40 to 70. 3 times a second. Promoter? I don't know. I enhance the silent promoter. Enhancer, silencer, promoter. Let's have a look. Enhancer, promoter, and silencer. Term 3. Wow, it's almost term 3. How many weeks of school do you guys have left? Advice going to term 3. I'm pretty sure term 3 is the busiest term. Um, I would just say not to get disheartened, really. Just prepare for the next sack and focus on what's right in front of you. There is a lot of sacks in term three, and I think for me, it really put it into perspective. Like, that sacks are not worth like a ton. You should just treat them as practice exams and just do the best you can in them. So, advice for term three: don't be disheartened. Do your best in each one and try and pick up as many marks as you can. If you don't know how to manage time for each subject, do you mean like manage time in the exam, or just manage time generally? If it's generally, I don't think you need like a general how to manage time for each subject. What information is in the untranslated regions of mRNA? What is it? How to use pre-mRNA? Where it should go? Yeah, whatever. What is the ascites? Fluid in the abdominal region.
No matter how fast you are, no one outruns their past.
Music is too loud for me. Alright, is it fine? Can you guys hear me and the music? Just let me know about the sound and stuff, because I can't hear what I sound like, so please let me know. How did you go about not getting the marks you're happy with for SACs? Okay, honestly, I didn't get many marks I was not happy with in term three. I think term one was a couple I was unhappy with. But math SACs, I would say probably math SACs. What about now? Can you guys hear me? Is it better? Alright, cool. So, yeah, so mainly it was the math SACs I get disheartened about because I didn't get full marks in them, and like, you get annoyed in maths because you kind of know you've gotten it wrong, whereas in English you don't really know. How did I manage that? I just try and zoom out a bit. Like, it's not worth much. I'll just try and, to get myself feeling better over it, I'd probably think about what I did wrong, what I could improve on, but not beat myself up over it, because there are more SACs like just in a couple of days. That's what term 3 is like. If you beat up yourself too much, you won't be able to do well in the next one, and that will cost you 2 SACs rather than 1. And just like exams so big. Like, you hear so many stories of people where the ranking did not match the exam and stuff happened. So you've got to focus on the big picture and treat everything up to the exam as a learning opportunity. Thanks, Ariana. Great to know that. That sounds back. What quiz app? It's called Anki. Anki. It's a pretty popular one. One acetyl-CoA, one CO2, one NADH. Nice. Ketones and cholesterol. Initiation factors, and GDP. What can I say? CoA. I just did this one. Ketone bodies and cholesterol. Yeah. Endogenous goes from the liver to the liver. Very low density microns carry stuff around into the bloodstream. becomes lipoprotein lipase, breaks it down so it can be used in the tissue, and it becomes low density, intermediate, and it either gives a bit off and becomes low density, or goes back to the liver. Preparatory and payoff, so payout, yeah. Glycolysis occurs in the cytoplasm, and it does not require O2. Lactate dehydrogenase. 5 minutes into the run, you have anaerobic. No, I think you start having aerobic. Yeah, glycogen stores start getting break down aerobic. Yeah. What is the first complex? Takes up NADH, sends it to complex 2, and yeah. Did you do a lot of AI in year 12? AI was my... You mean abstract reasoning, right? Or do you mean something else? Just clarify. When did you start studying for the UCAT? At the start of the year, I started studying. But definitely you don't have to start from the start of the year. Oh, so yeah, UCAT's coming up for you guys, isn't it? Many of you participating in it. Oh, okay. So I thought it was abstract reasoning. Active recall. A lot of my subjects didn't require it, so I didn't do much of it. But for example, English, I would do active recall in the sense that I would write paragraphs from memory. Same for English language. Essays, I'd try and construct essays. You kind of have to, right? When you do practice exams, you kind of have to do it from memory. I didn't do I did flashcards for Latin, actually, but I didn't do it for any other subject, because a lot of my subjects weren't heavily memory based. But if you do biology and stuff, it would be very useful. You want to do optometry? Yeah, cool. I think optometry is very nice profession. What career pathway are you looking at after med school? I don't really know at the moment. I might specialize, or I might have, I don't know, I might specialize. I'll definitely specialize, but it's whether I become like a GP or some other kind of specialist. And I do want to do things outside of med though. So I haven't really thought too much about it. Chemiosis, and mitochondrial matrix. What is the point of it? You want to get NADH and FADH2 for electron transport chain. Cytochrome 1, cytochrome 2, ubiquinone, cytochrome 3. Oh no, complex 1, complex 2, ubiquinone, complex 3, cytochrome C, complex 4. Does ADP? Yes. No. Adenosine, triphosphate. Yeah. What is it? Output 3 NADH, 1 FADH2, 2 carbon dioxides. Yeah. ATP. You don't get ATP. Oh fuck, you do. 1 GTP. NAD plus. topoisomerase. 2 between adenine and thymine. 3 between cytosine and guanine. 4 secondary structure of protein. Alpha, beta plated sheets, alpha helixes, and random ones. Chemosis. H plus comes in, you get ATP. What happens in the fourth complex? Oxygen becomes water. Okay, ducks. I'm doing normal English and looking to switch into English language. Is it too late to swap into it in Unit 2? I don't know. No, it isn't. I swapped into English language in Year 12, so Unit 3. It's definitely not too late. More focus on the reasons why you're switching. And the more the reasons on why you're switching and whether you think you can do well in it. I don't think Unit 2 is too late, considering I didn't. And also Units 1 and 2 are not really related to Units 3 and 4. So, if you think English language is the best path for you, go for it. Hello, Nam. How many Anki cards are you going through tonight? I think I have 200 left in this deck, and then I have like a couple hundred, like 100 in some other deck that I also want to do. I don't think I use Anki properly. I just kind of do it whenever. I think it's more what you yourself want to cover. Metabolic pathways, it looks terrifying. It's not that terrifying. It was a bit annoying at the start. I didn't do bio in VC, and then they moved pretty quickly in med. So it was pretty tough at first, but I think once you spend some time with it, understanding how things work, and then memorizing like the names of specific enzymes, but just knowing how everything works first, I think helped a lot. You don't have to be excellent to do well. That's actually a really good question, Peter. I found VC more enriching in terms of breadth of content. Because as you said, Latin, Spech, like I miss a lot of my languages. I miss a lot of my languages. In med, you don't get electives either. It's just a lot of bio. You do a bit of law, ethics and stuff, but like it's all med related. So I found school quite nice in terms of Spech and Latin and chemistry, English, writing essays. Don't get much of that anymore. Austin, good to see you. Hopefully I will play badminton next semester. You're the Austin I know, right? Yeah, you would be. I want to play. We can play. Yeah, I'll catch you at badminton next semester. And thank you for the support. Cytochrome. What do lipoproteins do? What? Oh, they transfer like non-polar stuff in blood. Yeah. Chylomicrons, VLDL, LDL, HDL. Biological. FADH2 takes it to ubiquinone, takes it to cytochrome. Complex 3 takes it to cytochrome. C takes it to complex 4. When is acetyl-CoA useful? When you have excess carbohydrates and amino acids. You turn into triglycerides. Amino acid synthetase. When it's low. CoA cycle. Why is it used? Because you want to get NAD plus for glycolysis. Lactate dehydrogenase. Good. Krebs cycle. You get GDP and you get mitochondrial matrix. How do proteins become acetyl-CoA? Pretty sure the carbon skeleton. Yeah. What circumstances pyruvate? Oh, you need oxygen for that to happen. Happens in the mitochondrial matrix. What enzyme? Pyruvate dehydrogenase. What are splice zones made of? Small nuclear SNR. Small nuclear ribonucleotide. Small nuclear ribonuclear protein. 3 types of reversible: competitive, non-competitive, uncompetitive. DNA, mitochondria, nucleus, chloroplast. Where are they made? In the liver. What are they made of? 56%. 56? Yeah, 56%. Triglycerols and cholesterol. What is their function? In between meals, they take fat from your liver to your tissues. Where is HDL made? Liver. What is it made of? Mostly protein. What is the function? Collect cholesterol, take it back to the liver. What set you apart in VC? Getting the marks and scores you got compared to other students. One thing I would say is history, and by history I mean like I'd done well since I was a kid. Like I had scholarship, like all the classic things, like advanced, advanced programs, whatever. And I think that put me in a really good place, that I just had a history of doing well. I find once you stop doing well, it's really hard to get back into that culture again. So I think that helped me a lot. And in year 12 also, I was pretty motivated, I think more so than other students. I felt really connected to the school, and I knew I had a really good chance of like being the top few in Victoria, and I think that thought motivated me, which not many people like get the chance to say, and I had the subjects to do it as well. And I also knew how to do well in some subjects, like English language and stuff. Like I picked it up, Latin, I picked it up late, but I could sort of figure out what was required to do well, and I think those things helped me. Bikram, yeah, I do offer tutoring for English, but I am full at the moment, so I do tutor. You can ask questions like in the YouTube videos. I have YouTube videos, which are basically what I help my students with, just not as individualized because it's a video. And you can ask questions now if you like. Happy hour, just got 60% for my first 2 seconds. I'm gonna cry. I'm never gonna get into med. Don't say that. First 2 sacks are probably the ones that are worth the least. I think work out what you did wrong, I guess. I think accounting is, from what I've heard, a bit of a mixture of like memorizing and maths. But yeah, work on, you got like term 3. Term 3 is the big one and term 2 is big. Just do your best. And if you zoom out even more, it's sort of like the ATARs is a bit variable in terms of getting into med. You don't have to get a top ATAR. Good luck, don't get disheartened. If you work hard and you work smart and you figure out what went wrong, then you can definitely get into med. How many enzyme catalysts? 10. 10? How do chylomicron remnants enter back into the liver? They ride on low density laboratory. Yeah. 3 parts of it. I don't know. Adenine? Yeah. Fat. What makes keto bodies? Liver? Liver makes keto bodies when you're starving? Yeah. 28. How many hours do you study a week? Do you mean now or like in year 12? Feel super unmotivated because you go to a selective school. I think you should take it as a challenge. I don't think people doing well around you should make you feel unmotivated. I think being around smart people made me feel I want to be like them. And also like, it's, if you find that you get disheartened, then really focus on yourself, getting yourself better. It's hard to get good quickly, but just work hard. Like I'm supporting you. I have faith in you. And just when you're unmotivated, just try and get a little bit done each day, and then you realize, you start looking back and realize that, I've gotten a little bit better, and then seeing that improvement will hopefully motivate you. But it's just when you're least motivated, just know that you have my support, you have our support, and just do a little bit of work, that little extra body paragraph or going through your mistakes in the accounting stack. Gux, do you know the requirements for a bonded medical place? No, Monash doesn't really release, it's who gets into what. It is lower, in terms of, I'm pretty sure they rank every student who applies or something like that. But, yeah, so it's lower than the non-bonded and non-rural. I'm not sure how it compares to rural. But yeah, you get a bit more leeway with bonded medical place. Everyone does well, so I don't come first place like before, which is motivating, but now. No worries. Which is motivating. I mean, I didn't come first. In year 7 to 11, I actually came second in my year. And it's disheartening. But when you look at every single successful person, and this is what I dived into when I didn't come first, all of them failed, right? You don't have anyone in the world who succeeded from the first go. And so this is sort of your journey. It's this is how far you've fallen, how far can you get back up? It's sort of your challenge, and every successful person has had that challenge. I don't know what you're into, but basketball, entrepreneurs, even people we consider the greatest of all time, feeling of being the smartest, and now you're just average. What's my lowest score on a SAT? Probably Chem. Yeah, I think definitely Chem. Wait, no, Chem or Maths? Probably Chem. I got 39 out of 45. What is that as a percentage? Let me have a check. I don't have my calculator on me, but if someone can calculate what that is, 80 something %. What did you put on your year 12 jacket? I had D-train. D-train. What have you got on your jacket? Oh yeah, you guys would have gotten your jacket now, if you're in year 12. Exciting stuff. Getting a lower UCAT in mid-80s. Yeah, I have a friend who actually got mid-80s, and he didn't even get 99.85, I think. It was a little bit lower than that. But he's quite good, well-spoken, so that probably helped him. And he didn't get bonded or rural, so he just got the non-anything one. So it's definitely enough. 87%. Okay. Thanks for that. What selective school do you go to, by the way, if you don't mind me asking? Disadvantages. I don't know, private. Oh, you get discrimination from insurance companies. It's pretty funny. Unnecessary stress. Yeah. Oh. Chromosome is more than just a gene. Yeah. Every single allele. It's pretty lethal, unless you're a mega carrier site. I'm hoping chunky French, Latin, Spanish scaling will carry. Yeah, it will carry. Like, if you're doing French, Latin, Spanish, like, yeah, it just will. Did you go to any tuition in year 12? Did I? Oh, Spain. Wait, I did. I went to special tutoring with this guy called Derek Ha. It's amazing. Latin, I had some inconsistent tutoring, like on and off. And English language, I just had called up this person at the start of the year, just asked them every single question I had about English language because I had no clue what English language, what the SACs involved. And after those 2 sessions, I was fine. Lowest ATAR at Monash Med. I'd be pretty low. Oh, no, okay, no, not pretty low, as in lower than you might expect. Like, I really don't know, but it's lower than you'd expect. Yeah. And also there's a differentiation between rural and non-rural people. Because rural threshold is a bit low. McRob, nice. Yeah, McRob's a good school, I think. I haven't been there, but it seems like a good school. Like, yeah, it's tough. I get what you mean when you say it's competitive. A year 12 as well. Furrows. Scotch College Sacs insanely hard. No, the Scotch Sacs are pretty accurate to the exam. Yeah. I don't know what the point is. I know some schools make their math Sacs particularly really hard. But I don't know why. Yeah. How many Anki reviews do you do per day? Is that... I don't even know what an Anki review means. Is that like when I go through all the due cards, or is it when I go through all the new cards? New or due? I'm not even sure. I also don't do it every day. I'm doing it every day because like we have the exam soon. And I don't have class leading up to the exam. I didn't do it every day during the semester. How do you get over exam anxiety? I don't know if this will work for you, but for me personally, I tell myself that, and I look at myself in the past, like I've failed in the past, right? I look at myself and I'm like, every time I get nervous, and if I get nervous, I do worse. So the best way to do it is just to be calm. And the best way to do it is to just execute what you've practiced rather than worrying about things that are outside your control. So everything you're anxious about, practice that, work on that. When you go into the exam, forget everything, like external things, and just focus on everything you've practiced and just rely on your routine to get you through the exam. Don't treat the exam as some like extraterrestrial thing. Oh, you're 11. Okay. Are you doing 3-4 at the moment? Hypothetically, to get an ATAR above 99%. No. Oh, okay. Oh, do you mean scaled 50 or raw? Actually, yeah, regardless, no, it's definitely not necessary. ATAR above 99. Okay, 50. Yeah, if you get, let me put it to you this way. If you get a scaled 50 in all your subjects, you get like 99.95. So it's a scaled 50, right? And so you can sort of work back from there. You can also go on to the cutoffs. You can see how many points you need for each ATAR. You can sort of figure out what study scores you need. But no, my one friend got it like just above 99. What did he get? He had 2 subjects above 40. His methods and Chinese. Chinese was 42, methods was like 40 something as well, low 40s. Everything else was mid 30s. He did Spesh though, that was mid, somewhere in the 30s. And he got 99 point, like just above 99. If that helps you sort of get around the ballpark it in your head. How many hours do you study a week in uni in year 12? Oh dude, I don't know why people, how many hours do I study in year 12? A week. I just studied like whenever. Right? Like taking into procrastination and like when I wouldn't be focused, I'd study, just keep studying, yeah. But I wouldn't study really late. I think usually like couple times 2 o'clock, but like usually like 1, not like that late. And also mainly until I was satisfied and not like anxious or scared anymore. In uni, during the semester, I don't think I studied that much. I had a lot of other things going on with my life, and like, I don't want to do another 5 years at year 12. So, there were days where like I didn't even study. I think I might like watch a lecture or just participate in class, but like I just wouldn't do anything outside of that. 3 for accounting and bio. Oh, okay. Hope your bios. Oh yeah, bio. You would recognize a lot of the stuff I'm doing. Yeah, I hope they will go well in the end. 2, 3, 4 is pretty tough to take on, but yeah, good luck with it. No worries, Renee. Special scaling's on steroids. You know, I have a theory that Latin is going to be the new spec. More and more people are doing Latin, so it's looking more and more like spec. It used to be more elusive to get like say a 50, but it's getting there. What should I do? What should I do now if I suck at physics unit 1 and 2? Anytime you're bad at something or you suck at something, ask yourself why. Like, is it the maths part? Is it the understanding part? If it's understanding, just like make sure you get your head around. Like, make sure you have no questions about it. You're completely bulletproof on the topic. If it's maths, just do a bunch of practice. Know the little tricks they have about. I didn't do physics, but I heard like there's like wires that go like different ways or something. Should I drop this subject and change it to something else? Okay, that's really a personal choice. I don't know enough about your situation to tell you. Just think about what subject you might change it to, whether you'll actually do better in that one, whether physics is a problem you can easily get over. Like, those are all considerations to make. And to balance. The Preston Stewart, do you think your scores in year 11 actually matter? Well, your 3-4 scores do, your 1-2 scores don't. But I think in many subjects like methods, because the content is similar to 3-4, it's good to do well. And it's also like a habit, right? If you do well, then you probably do it in year 12. For us, I just had my bio sack today. Oh, nice, bio. What was it on? Let me guess. Immunity? Was it on immunity? Hope it went well. Emily, Emily, did you go ahead of the class in VC? Okay. Since methods I went ahead. The math subjects I went ahead. Everything else I was the same. But I would get work done earlier. So for example, in Latin, we have to memorize this fat thing. This like really long piece of thing. There's no due date for it, but I just get onto it earlier. Like, it's not really studying ahead, but just beginning the revision process a bit earlier than my peers. Do my year 1-2s? Oh, okay, right. So happy hour. That was a thought I had as well in year 11, but I do think it's more worth it to not like put everything into your 3-4s. Like, just be a student before you be like an ATAR chaser. Right? Just try and do well in your 1-2s, because I think when you're doing well in other stuff, it really makes everything better. Like, it's sort of like a collective effort. So I don't recommend you put all your effort into your 3-4s, because doing well in 1-2s I think is really beneficial for you in the future, and also it's just like being a good student. And if that isn't enough to convince you, you don't actually need like to put all your effort into your 3-4s to do well. You'll find you sort of plateau and might even do worse because of how much you're betting on it. So yeah, I don't recommend. But yeah, do preference your 3-4s leading up to the SACs. Sono, uni preferences after med. I think I did Monash med, then I had a bunch of biomed and sciences. I think that filled about 5 of my 8 spaces, and after that, I don't know what I put. Some people who are in med now put like music or something as like just something to fill out the preferences. But yeah, those are my preferences. Yes, immunity, nice. Adaptive and innate. I think I quite like immunity. It's very practical. Rion, hello. Thank you. Thanks for your support of the channel. Med exam practice is okay. Yeah, it's just practice. I mean, nothing too special about it. how's your study 2 weeks been going? Harrison, you're really struggling with 1-2 chem. Oh, 1-2 chem is one that's pretty similar to 3-4. If you genuinely find it hard, then I think it's worth considering. But also chem's a prereq. I think that's an important consideration to make. It's a prerequisite for a lot of subjects. And also, once again, figure out why you're doing badly. How do you prepare for an exam? You're gonna have to be more specific than that. I guess I make sure I'm on top of the content before I do practice exams. Some people use practice exams as diagnostic tests. I think practice exams, maybe for maths, but I mean for content heavy stuff. I think the questions are sometimes too narrow for diagnostic tests, and I just don't really. I feel like it's sort of a waste of a practice exam. So I would recommend you probably, yeah. So understand the content first, then do practice exams. Make sure you learn a lot from each practice exam. When are my exams? I have one on Monday, one on Wednesday. At home, 100 questions, 3 hours. It's like UCAT, except a lot more time. And then, yeah. Nessie, hello. I don't know how you do that with my name. But yeah, good to see you. Oh, wait, do I? Oh, is it? Okay, I think I know you. It's been a big cram. Nah, same. Did I study much during the semester? Who knows? Would you say you were prepped? Oh, one thing that's cool about Med is that you just need to pass for years 1 and 2. As long as you pass, you move on, and you don't get, like, it doesn't affect your future. Only years 3 to 5. Prep it. Prepped? I think I'm well prepped for anatomy, and I'm doing a bit of biochem at the moment. Physiology is alright. I think some of the other stuff, like HKS, HEP, I still need to revise. And yeah, I agree, so much content. How are you feeling for it, apart from all the cramming? No worries, Harrison. Emily, what's a good time to start end of year exam prep? Depends what subject. What did you do for this, as in write notes? I didn't have notes, I think. Did I? No, I didn't really have notes. I had like, for example, I had a paragraph bank for English language. I had plans for English that I wrote. I don't know if that counts as writing notes. But yeah, it depends what subject, just let me know. How was UCAT? UCAT is... I was pretty nervous for UCAT because I felt like it could go sideways quickly. I think it's an interesting test. Like, do they really need it to see if you can get into med? Does it really predict it? Who knows? But definitely practice questions helps. And I think in UCAT you also can't get anxious because of how time pressured it is. Maths exam next Friday. How do I prepare? Next Friday. Then I'd say do your practice exams. Finish them by, say, like Tuesday. I don't know how many practice exams till then. Yeah, do practice exams. Like, don't do a ton. Just make sure you learn from each one. That's a big point. Like, me doing 2 practice exams, someone else doing 2 practice exams, they can get a lot more out of me. They can get a lot more out of it than me. It's really important to look on your mistakes. And yeah, work out what you're bad at, like, or what sort of mistakes you have, and what maybe there's a topic you're unsure about, and just work on those. What do you mean by not oppressing practice? Oh, some people do practice exams. They like haven't learned, like they know they haven't learned all of the content. Like for example, for me, right, I haven't done parts of the med course. I could just do a practice exam now, and those parts I wouldn't know, but I know I don't know them, right? Some people just do it to like see what they don't know. That's what a diagnostic test means. I don't think it's that useful. I mean, you can do one on like stuff you know. For example, in methods, you probably haven't covered everything that is on the practice exam, but say you know derivatives. Well, you should know derivatives. Just do the questions related to derivatives on the practice exam and see how you go with that. I think that's useful to see what exam questions are like. Nessie, how much time would it take to cram 12 weeks? Well, I don't know. How much time do you have left? Emily, people talk about understanding the content. How exactly do you do this? Yeah, I get that. Some people say, like, understand the content. I've said that as well. And, like, It's hard to understand what it means. Let me think how to explain this to you. I think I think for maths-based subjects, it's being able to apply it in many different contexts. Being able to apply it in any kind of context. Like not just being able to derive something, but being able to know when you need to derive it. I think that's important and part of understanding concepts. With things like, for me in biology, right? Like what's cool about that? Let's say citric acid cycle. Right? I don't know if you do bio, but if I can explain that really well, then I think that's understanding it. Like there's one matter of me knowing stuff, like me knowing, okay, it's a cycle, and me knowing it when I'm watching people teach me or when I'm reading the notes. But it's another matter being able to recall and being able to explain it. And sometimes as you explain it, you realize there are holes in your knowledge. Oh, mainly chem. Oh, whoops, sorry, I didn't say that. Chem, I think the main understanding part comes in cells. So as over cells understand why certain electrodes are used. Right, so rather than memorizing, like, it's been a while. What electrodes do they even use now? Carbon, okay. Carbon's like cheaper than fire, than the other alternative or whatever. But like understanding why it's used, why certain reactants mean that you have to use different electrodes, rather than just memorizing like situations. That's what I mean. Best studying technique and biggest studying regret for year 12. That's a good question. Best studying technique depends what subject. Hit me up with a subject and I tell you. Biggest studying regret. I think being more efficient with my time. I don't really regret much in year 12, but I think I could have been more efficient. Even though I studied a lot, I could have gone more out of that study time. 3 days, yes, 3 days. 5 days until freedom, 3 days until the first one. And you don't have 12 weeks left of content. At least your first 3 weeks are good, anyway. No, I forgot to say, do the practice exams as well. That will help you figure out sort of where you are. And I think the ones the Med Kids made is pretty good. And it's got work. It's not got like solutions that are explained as well, which is nice. To do medicine, do you have to do methods? Yep. You have to get a certain score as well. I think like 35. We didn't do investigation sacks at Scotch. So I don't really know what it involves. Yeah, I just really can't help you. I guess look at model ones your teacher may have given you. And just make sure you're confident with kinematics, just generally. Chem and methods. Chem, I didn't really study for it. So, in terms of study tips. Okay, methods, silly mistakes. Best study technique is making a list of your silly mistakes or knowing your silly mistakes. Because most people know the content. But that's a big one. Chem, probably... I'd say Anki is probably a really good one for Chem. It's sort of like bio and stuff in that there's a lot of content. So I think even the formulas and stuff, like shove it on an Anki. That's probably my biggest tip. That's probably... Most people forget the semester's content once they hit semester 2. That's a really big one. I forgot so much. So keep doing your Ankis or Quizlets or whatever. You do always want to get into medicine. I think I wanted to be a gardener as a kid, but when I really started considering professions, yeah, medicine. terms of understanding, it's not something you can find in the textbook. So how are you able to do this? Oh no, I think they. Oh yeah, I guess some teachers glaze over it. My teacher was really good. He'd go in depth about it. But for example, the chem example, like you can just search up why they use certain electrodes, like right, and then I think that will help you understanding. And or just ask your teacher. Sometimes the teacher just tells you stuff and people accept it, but and also people forget sometimes. So for example, I told you we use carbon electrodes here, and this is why. Oftentimes the part people remember is that we use carbon electrodes. So making sure you remember the deeper part of it is a good way of understanding as well. How do you use Anki on a daily basis? I find it hard to incorporate flashcards. I set aside a time for it. I think routines help. Just say like, okay, I'm gonna do Anki an hour every day, 9 to 10. Right, no one's doing anything at 9 to 10. Like we're in lockdown, or we were, and like it's 9 to 10. And once you do it every day, then yeah. I find Anki like you can see your improvement as well. So it's pretty self-motivating in that sense. Single has more than 1% here anyway. XXY, you look. It's like a more effeminate. Is it more effeminate? Yeah. So you have testosterone. How to calculate genotype frequency? I know this. Metacentric. Off-center. Satellites. Nothing. Yes. 5Q 31.30. Oh, fire. No, smaller. What is good? Oh, you can compare. Yeah. Translocations. Insertions. 3 types of translation. Insertions, Robertsonian, reciprocal. 5, chromosome 5. Kid cries like a cat. Yeah. Anyway. Small intestine. What is the purpose? You cleave off acetyl-CoAs, and you get 7 NA. You get 1 NADH, 1 FADH2, and 1 acetyl-CoA. You get stuff to use in the electron transport chain. Short stature. Lack of breast tissue. You treat it with growth hormone and estrogen. What organ? Liver. HDL precursors collect stuff, become HDL, come back. Migration, selection, genetic drift. Migration, selection, genetic drift, non-random mating, and small populations. What is the Hardy-Weinberg law? Large, non-genetic remaining populations, frequencies stay the same, means dominant, don't overcome recessive, p squared plus 2bq plus squeeze. I don't know. Oh, okay, whoops. ATP, creating phosphate, anaerobic respiration. Structure and deletion, inversion. One more. Duplication. And there's exogenous. Goes in your mouth, pancreatic lipase. Goes into your small intestine. Taken over enterocytes. Built back into triacylglycerol. Packaged into chylomicrons. Chylomicrons go into lymphatics, then the blood vessels. Then lipoprotein lipase breaks down, it goes into tissue. Chylomicron lipase taken back by lipoprotein, by low density ones, into the liver. Have you ever had a scary teacher? some are so intimidating. I quite like scary teachers. Like they have to be scary in a good way. Like they are demanding of you. I think it's a challenge, right? I think scary teachers are scarier than the test, right? So if you're scared of getting bullied by them, then the way to combat that is to know your stuff well, know when they're calling on you, you can give a reasonable answer, and I think that helps. But if they're intimidating to ask for help, I think just try and get over it. Like, ask them. Sometimes they appear scary, but hopefully they'll help you in like an open way. I'm at Scotch Year 10. And have a Latin and advanced math exam in a few days to study with you. I heard advanced math exam. Oh, okay, right. I heard some year 10s found my YouTube channel at Scotch. But yeah, good luck for those semester exams. Probably a bit tough, lockdown and stuff. And so if you're in year 10, do you sit your exams at home or do you have to come in? Because I'm pretty sure year 10s. Oh no, lockdown's over now, isn't it? Yeah. But yeah, good luck for those exams. Who do you have for Latin, actually? Or who are your teachers for both subjects? Do you take many notes at Chem? Look, I didn't. I just didn't take many notes. Our teacher had notes. If your teacher doesn't have notes, I'd say synthesize your notes. Like try and write it in a way that you understand, so that when you read over it, everything's explained to you again. What were some things you did? I think I made flashcards for the... As in like, okay, looking back, I should have made flashcards for some of the fuel stuff. Like what fuels are used when, environmental impacts and that. So I'd recommend you do that. Do management students have study sessions together? Or prefer to study for exams alone? Curious since it's a small cohort. I mean, people in cohort try and work together and all that. Like some, they make exams for each other, make question banks for each other, hold revision sessions. And you have your like friends, right, that you sometimes study with. I don't really study that much with other people. But yeah, it's pretty collaborative. People like to help each other out and like to make stuff that like also helps them gain a bit of rapport, If you do bad in Unit 3 SACs, do you think it's possible? Yeah, definitely get above 40. Like I don't, at this point in the year, I wouldn't count, like unless you're like failing a lot in all your SACs, I wouldn't count it out. Oh really? Does he? What does he say about me? And in what context? I'm interested. I haven't, like, he was a phenomenal teacher. I had him for 3 years in a row, Mr. Hennessy. Also, I thought Mr. Williams retired. But yeah, Mr. Hennessy was a phenomenal teacher. Me and Bill Cameron. Our Latin class was, I don't know how your atmosphere is, but our Latin class was phenomenal. Like, amazing classroom atmosphere. And Bill was a great guy. Yeah, like we had a really great classroom atmosphere, which is why our class did well. And yeah, it was healthy competition between me and Bill as well. Have you heard of The Remarkable? Oh, is that like thing, that like notebook that you can write and like rub out on? Is there anyone in your Year 10 class that I would know? Year 10. I know Lachlan McJoglin. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I think he's Year 10. No, he's not Year 10. He's Year 11. I don't think I know many people in Year 10. But I'm not sure of any of them. Well, I know you now, but yeah, that's good to hear. I don't remember when we did passive, but yeah, good to hear that you guys are doing well. Did you find that you procrastinate much? Not in year 12. I was just pretty motivated because, like, you know, I had a chance to do really well, so I wanted to take advantage of it. But generally, how you overcome it is just to try and do one small thing, like just try and do something, and then sort of you get into a zone. And also routines help as well. So if you have a set time you start work every day, and you've done it for like a month, it's unlikely you're gonna break. Yeah, I don't know any of those guys, but yeah, I don't know who they are. Oh, is Bill still studying Latin? I'm gonna ask him about it, actually, I didn't know. Yeah, Med's pretty busy. I would study Latin, but Med, we didn't get any choice of electives at the start of the year, which is a bit annoying. Probably should, shouldn't I? I'd like to continue it, yeah. Did you delete social media? No, I didn't. I think there were periods of time. I just didn't use social media that much, I think, in year 12. It was a bit extreme to delete it. As long as you can maintain a healthy relationship. If you feel like sometimes you need to delete it, then go for it. Periods of time. Would you ever consider doing exam revision workshops? As in me, like, teaching them. I think that'd be pretty cool. I would do them, yeah. I'll think about it. Oh really? He came in to speak to you guys? When did that happen? Also, I spoke to a class, I think, last year. Was it you guys or was it a different class? No, I don't think, it was a year above. I don't think it was you guys. But, could it? Yeah, I think Latin, since you don't have to speak it, I guess you can leave it behind and it sticks in your head quite easily. Fair enough. How late did you sleep? Like 12:30, 1 o'clock, most nights. Ah, I see. That's nice. 2 months ago. Yeah, it would have been like start of uni then. I really like Bill. He's an amazing person. It's really great to have him in the class. And he's healthy competitive as well. Like we all helped each other out in Latin, which is something that doesn't always happen in other classes when you have a lot of smart kids, but it was the case in Latin. I hope your classes, got a good, healthy relationship. What's your first name, by the way? Is it Thomas? Oh. Do I have siblings? No. How do you structure your Anki decks? By subject. So I have biochemistry, physiology, law, ethics, just by those. How many quotes? Oh, I really don't know. I just memorized the quotes I needed. And I would have used them before. How many quotes? Yeah, I really don't know how many I memorized. Quite a lot, but it was all like, I just didn't memorize quotes by themselves. It'd be with other things. Thomas, are you related to a teacher by any chance? Oh, that's pretty cool. How's your Latin study going? Are you doing well? Are you finding it fun? Imagine having people get over 40. Yeah, how many did we have? We had like 4. We had 4 over 40. Which is nice. What's the flavor bubble tea? It's chocolate bubble tea with pearls from Charter. Latin class is a little bit toxic. Yeah, like, I don't know. When you get a bunch of year 10s and everyone's doing well, it's like everyone gets a big head. But I think it's good to work together. And but I guess you don't really need to work together. So there's a bunch of kids like flexing. I think it's a stage that people need to go through. Like, you need to go through a stage where you're really proud of yourself, where you really want to beat other people, especially in year 10 and like the lower year levels, because like you don't really compete with other schools. It's just kids in your own year level. I mean, you can still get between 95 to 100% if you weren't toxic with each other, right? So I don't feel like, yeah. And you probably learn more as well. But I think it's a stage people go through. How much would you say these factors play into getting a good score? Teacher, individual effort. Okay, I'll rate them 1 to 10. Teacher, 7. Individual effort, 10. Students in the class, 7. Student collaboration, 5. I think student collaboration helps at the higher end. Like, it helps you sharpen things. Alright, see you, Tom. Nice to have you. Nice to hear from another Scotch kid. Good luck with your exam prep. Languages. Oh, okay. Like, languages, students in the class is a bit more important. I don't think teacher is that important. Yeah. Khan Academy. Wait, am I looking at Khan Academy? I don't think I... Oh, yeah, it was. Yeah, I was just searching or something. I didn't really use Khan Academy. Like, specifically. Frame shift. Small subunit. Initiation factors. GTP. Oh, so in the stream at 7:45. So, ask any questions you have before then. What features help these functions? Store genetic information. What cancers in particular? Colon and breast. What makes gene therapy different to recombinant DNA? Oh, Peter, you do Latin as well. Oh yeah, you said you did like Latin, French, and Spanish, right? I need book 2. Pretty sure I heard that wasn't as exciting as I need book 1, but yeah, good luck for it. Oh, you guys wouldn't be doing a need book 2, would you? Yeah. Favorite subject in uni and least favorite. Everything's like combined, like, oh, subject. Do I have a favorite subject? Like, how do I say it? You get lectures, you don't get like teachers taught, so it's a bit weird. Favorite subject, probably immunology or physiology. Least favorite, there's something called HEP, like health enhancement, right? And I like it because it teaches you how to be mindful, teaches you how to like just enjoy life a bit more, be more peaceful, that kind of thing, and calm. But I don't like it in that the way it's tested is that we have to memorize a bunch of stats. I don't think that's very like good for my learning. So that's the reason it'd be my least favorite. Ja, hello. How's school going? Vicky, do you think it's better to go to school with a smarter cohort? Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's like you're not sacrificing much if you go into school with a smarter cohort, unless like you have to move around a lot. But I don't really know what your situation is. But generally, yes, it is better. Smarter cohort, more motivated, better environment. Okay, there's a weird thing about like if your cohort does better, it pulls you up as well. Like I wouldn't worry too much about it, but it's just in general being a smarter cohort. Like it's the school against the state. So like you'd rather be in a good school. Yeah, what Jennifer said. Histone deacetylase, histone acetyltransferase. Proteasomes, ubiquitin. I don't know why I'm not getting any new Ankies. This is so weird. Like, it's been on 205 for ages. We'll come back to it, do it later. 11.5, 9.7. Nope. Systems, staff, spaces. Staff. the three: primary, tertiary, secondary. Could 30 in a class get over 45 study score? Yeah, of course. Depends, like Jennifer said, depends your exam, cohort, subject. For English, at Scotch, we had a ton of people above 40. And a ton of people above, quite a lot of people above 45. How much does your rank affect your study score? I think a little bit, like 1 or 2, I'd say. Like, for example, maybe your exam performance is like a 44. If your SACs are good, maybe you get a 45. Inequity is avoidable. (2015) Yeah. Federal PBS, Medicare, funding, state, private, public, licensing, share. No worries, Emily. Happy to help. Good seeing you again. Do you have any tips on study techniques? I have a lot of videos on my YouTube channel. Tips, is to vary your study technique depending on the subject. Be adaptable in terms of what you use and how much of each study technique you use. But in general, things like Anki help a lot. Yeah, I have many videos on study tips for each subject as well. Hello, Emil. Thank you for joining. Emil is a budding YouTuber as well. You guys can check out his channel. He's got a lot of good UCAT stuff. So yeah, you guys coming up. Herman, when is the video for English orals dropping? When are your English orals? I can make one, sure. We didn't have English orals in 2020, but good. What do you call it? Good. Like, I was good at public speaking, so yeah. Chun, hello. Do you go to Scotch? Do you mean year 10, like Scotch enhancement maths, or just whatever school you go to? Go BFFF was this thing. Ah, okay. Growth monitoring. Oral rehydration therapy, breastfeeding, immunizations. Next week, Tuesday. Alright, good luck for that. Next week, Tuesday. I probably won't be able to make a video by then. My exams are Monday and Wednesday. But, I'm seeing as most of your research should be done. Then, I would say, try and present as best you can. Like, just be confident in the way you present. Have firm actions. And yeah, just practice it, but also to make sure it doesn't sound really rehearsed. Chun, oh nice, so you're the same as Tom. You guys probably know each other, I guess. Hennessy. Yeah, he's an amazing teacher. It's really good that you guys have it. So you have your Latin exam soon, enhancement. I heard you guys found my YouTube. Dr. Ainsworth was telling me, so it was pretty cool. But good luck for your exams. I hope year 10's going well. R90, hello. It's been so long since I have seen you. You just did not spell his name right. But, yeah. Are you preparing? Not long left till U Chicago. Chun. That's pretty funny. What context do you say sheesh for? I got sent out of the classroom my first ever Latin lesson. No, my second. First or second? But yeah. Was he like angry? Thanks, Emil. Yeah. Live stream setup. I saw Archer doing it, so I was like, give it a go. It's pretty nice chatting with people. Hello, Edison. Thanks for the medicine heart. Anushka, hello. I've seen you around. Like, your name somewhere. I saw that message. Yeah, I think it'd be cool to collab with him. True. True. You seem a bit of a very exuberant person. It's pretty funny. I mean, sometimes he tolerates it, sometimes he doesn't. Yeah. But I think you have a good humor about you. I think that's good to have. Not getting too serious, not getting too toxic. Just enjoying. How are you finding the subject? Apart from getting sent out for saying... Yeah. Thanks, Emil. Also, Chun, can I send what you sent about sheesh to my Latin chat? It's pretty funny. They would all get a laugh at it. UCAT vids. Yes, I'm planning to make one after my exams are over. Maybe collab with like someone. In Monash Med. I'm thinking that. Any particular part of UCAT you'd like me to cover? Will the first year 10 class to do passive? Nice. It's good to hear. Yeah. Bill? Yeah, me and Bill were really good friends in school. Because we were both quite good at Latin as well. We did similar subjects. We'd help each other out and work together. Yeah, I know him. What's your biggest tip for effective UCAT prep? I think take your practice exams seriously. Yeah. Take your exams seriously. Reflect on what sections. I think it's really easy to improve like from like 60 to like 80. And after that it's a bit harder. Or to 85. Yeah. But learn from your exams. Learn which sections you're bad at. Try and prepare for those types of questions. But take your practice exams very seriously, the 3 hours that you do. No, not 3 hours. 2 hours? 3 hours. I don't quite remember. Oh, yeah, I'm not doing anything on my screen, Max. R90. I'll do something now. Immunization rates went up, I think. 20 to 4. What does it even mean? Why don't I understand my own notes? Okay, I need to search that up. I don't know why I don't understand my own notes. What does that even affect on 1 to 20? The heck? Hybrid welfare and market. geopolitical, social, cultural, historical, and environmental. Inequity, you should avoid the avoidables. Inequality, it contains a lot of avoidable stuff. I don't know, there's developmental trauma, unemployment, social exclusion, stress, transport options, religion, addiction. You can use DALYs, determinants, data, yeah. Medicare is good because you have money and it's regulated. Free part. Oh, enhancement. Who's teaching that now? Ainsworth, right? Not Kudus. What do you enjoy the most about Monash Med? I enjoy the freedom it gives me. Because it's not like 7 hours every day. But everything's quite compact. And the discussions, like I like people in my tutor group. It's a pretty tight group. I quite like the interactions and the discussions we have in class. I'll go at 8 o'clock, by the way. So any last questions and nice. Yeah, I didn't know Monash Uni was also John Monash as well. It's pretty cool. Also, I heard that Scotch is this year 6 kid who got, or was year 7 now, who got a 50 in methods. Do you guys know him? Funding, PBS, Medicare, state responsibilities, private, public, hospitals, licensing, ambulances. Who gets Medicare? New Zealand, Australia, reciprocal agreements, permanent visa. Developmental trauma, unemployment, stress. What motivated me? I think it's just quite nice to have people to interact with and people I can share stuff with. Yeah, that's what motivated me. It's quite fun as well. Vlogs wise, I can look back on a lot of stuff. Oh, okay. Is he? Yeah, I don't really know anything about him. But that's pretty cool that he's doing maths so early. Is he from like another country? Because I don't know many, Australian systems that would start maths so early. Yeah, I mean, there are people who are just good at maths. I guess we'll focus on what we're good at. Let's focus on what you guys are good at. Work hard at that. On that note, I need to go. So, I will see you guys next time. Nice chatting with you guys, all the Scotch kids and the non-Scotch people as well. Thanks for tuning in.